Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Have a seat.
Papa Squad.
Take the load off. Sweet tea.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys
get
broke
that
me.
sweet tea.
You a sweet tea fan?
No, I've always been a sweet tea fan. I just I lean more towards unsweet tea to eliminate excess sugar in my diet.
That's
But
no fun.
I do like sweet tea. Matter of fact, so normally when we go to Bud's on Friday, I get unsweet tea. And last Friday, I was like, you know what? Give me a sweet tea. And the girl's like, I'm so proud of you.
I always get their tea when I go there, but it's because something like unless you're sitting in that front room, the Coke ones like it tastes good out of front room. Coke does.
By the bar?
Like
Or in the room across from the bar?
yeah, it used to be the
non-smoking ones.
non-smoking.
Yeah.
So, like, because their Coke stuff is right there. So, and when they run it at the other bar, it has to travel through lines, and it just kind of comes out a little flatter tasting.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, enough about Coca-Cola and sweet tea. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus, and I'm your clueless leader. Today, we're going on a learning journey, and it's a glorious day because Daniel's not with us. Screw him, he's on vacation.
Oh, man, shots fired.
Oh.
Go on
Rude.
vacation again, see what happens. No, he needed a vacation. He's been working very hard.
Well, yesterday was Stephanie's birthday.
Yesterday was Stephanie's birthday. He helped me move the weekend before, so he's taking some him time. Well, I mean, not just him. His wife's with it. So, and it's kind of funny because we're like, what are we gonna do about podcasts? And I was like, oh. Then you immediately said something to me about your trip, and I was like, I got an idea. So, that being said, since Daniel's not with us, I do still have Muffin because she can't go anywhere without me.
Hey, y'all.
But returning, I guess this is episode number 2 that you've been on.
Number 2.
I
Back
have
from vacation.
I have Mr. Ryan.
What's up, everybody?
Did you get nervous?
It's
No, I
it's
just-
Paul.
You look like you're nervous right now.
I feel like I'm getting interviewed for a job because we're in an office and you're sitting
It
behind.
does feel
we're
that
not
way,
just
right?
in-
Yeah.
We're not just in a office.
Last time was
We're
around.
in the boss's office.
That's true.
And I don't even mean the general manager's office. So we are at White Lightning Harley Davidson right now. This is the White Lightning Harley Davidson Studios. This is technically not Studio A. Studio A is still under construction. It's been under construction forever.
We're in the executive studio.
The executive suite.
But for those of y'all that listen to the podcast, have listened to the end of it, y'all know who Sean is, the general manager. And most people would go, oh, he's the boss of the dealership. We're in Sean's boss's office. The operations manager, Mr. Keith, he is a big time part of that.
So you can
Hi,
see
Keith.
why I feel like I'm being interviewed.
Right?
Yes, because this is not like a very homey office. This is like,
Very official.
Very
With
professional.
some cool motorcycle memorabilia.
yeah, well, he obviously, you can take a guess, he's a big Evel Knievel fan. So,
Hell yeah. Yeah, motorcycles, man. Motorcycle trips. I just got back from a motorcycle trip.
yeah, so you were telling me you went out to North Carolina. Is that
Yes.
the only state that you ventured to?
This time around, yes.
Okay.
So, a little bit of a backstory quickly. My best friend, he recently got his very first motorcycle, a KLR 650.
And you
Coincidentally.
recently purchased.
Yes, coincidentally. So once he got his bike, we talked about going on a trip, and I was going to ride my Dyna and just off-road anyhow.
the buckhorns?
Yeah, with the buckhorns and the windshield and all. Because I get down like that. And then coincidentally, a month after he got his bike and we started planning this trip, somebody traded in a 23 KLR and the price was right. So here I am, a Kawasaki owner.
First Kawasaki?
Yep, first non-American motorcycle at all.
Really? I was going to ask if this was your first Japanese bike.
Yep, my first bike ever was a Buell. I've had Harleys otherwise.
I'll give you. I mean, even say Bill, I'll give you. I've only owned Harleys.
I mean, it's a Harley.
It is 100%. I mean, because what was your first Bill?
X1, the tube frame Sportster style.
Yeah, that's definitely a Harley that was manufactured by Harley Davidson.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Yep. So, ended up with this KLR, and it's a really cool bike, very different from what I'm used to. But after doing a little off-roading with Waldo and Teresa, I mean, I realized that, it's definitely a capable machine. It's not really a freeway flyer, but it'll do it, you know. But in the slower range and in the off-road stuff, it's a workhorse for sure.
That's a great thing about that 650 single is it's literally like a tractor motor.
Yeah,
It'll just go.
It just thumps right along. It's stable. It's a little bit big for what you would think of a 650 in as far as just general size of it. Like, it's got the big fairing on the front. It's very tall, but I dig it. So yeah, we met in Raleigh. My friend lives in Brooklyn, so he rode the what are the off-road trail maps that you can get?
Like the BDR?
That's
stuff?
it, yes. So he followed some of the BDR trails down most of his way to Raleigh. I went through the Ocoee, the non-freeway route, stopped it.
Gorgeous ride.
Oh yeah, right along. There's like just sheer rock face with trees on one side, river and waterfalls on the other.
Even after you get past Murphy, and it's the divided two lane.
Yep.
Because it's like you're on a nice stretch of road, nice divided two lane between Murphy and Andrews. But there's nothing out there.
Nothing, nobody. I hardly saw any other cars really.
So out that way, I don't know if you saw it. There is like a motorcycle shop or whatever that has like this giant motorcycle.
I didn't.
On the side of the road, up close to. I think they actually have an Andrews address.
I didn't see it.
And of course, then as soon as you come out of Andrews, you're on the two lane coming through the Nantahala.
Through the mountains. That was fun. I went to Wheels Through Time. If you've never been, it's well worth it.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Oh man, what a cool place! For real, what
It's a very cool place.
Yeah. First of all, shouts out to Andy who works there. He was a wealth of knowledge, very nice gentleman. But yeah, really cool museum.
So, the way it's always been said to me is it's the world's largest privately owned American motorcycle collection.
That's probably accurate.
So, and I guess also they would say privately owned because although it's probably falls under a LLC or something like that, it's still one guy that's in charge of it.
I believe
control of all that.
I believe it's
So
the sole proprietor. I believe is Dale's son now.
Yeah.
Who was there? I talked to him a little bit too. Also, a very nice guy. Very knowledgeable as well. They were working on an old Corvette. But yeah, they have really cool displays there. The other thing is everything that's like assembled in a motorcycle or a car that's complete, it runs. And they'll fire it up for you. They'll tell you, what it took to get it going. Pretty much any question you have, they have an answer for.
Well, it's super cool too because like when they have bikes that they're currently building or whatever, it's not out back in a garage. There's those two little corner workshops that actually are functioning. One of them they work in a little bit more than the others. But even the one that has, when you look in it, it looks like an old motorcycle shop, has all the old oil cans and stuff around. Mm-hmm. They will work on bikes in that one too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's very well curated. I will say, having been to the Harley-Davidson Museum in Milwaukee, it's, I think, comparable in the emotion that you get with all the historical pieces that are there. Obviously, the Harley Museum is a lot, I guess, cleaner, for lack of a better word.
I would say artsy.
Maybe not even that. I think it's more.
I feel Wheels Through Time is more. You get more of a feeling like you're in someone's private collection. You're not in a museum,
right?
Yeah.
Yes, it feels like somebody has curated their barn.
Yeah, this is this dude's man cave.
Yes, the ultimate man cave.
Yeah.
Because he does have areas. Like when you first walk in and you take that right, and of course the first area you come to is all the military motorcycles and stuff. But just past that, he has an area where it's like if it was a frame from the 70s and they don't have anything to do with it yet, they just kind of drug it over to that area and put it in a pile.
Yeah.
It's literally, it looks like a garage, and it's just frames, and I think there's a handful of wheels there too.
They got like the little, you talking about the little like chopper graveyard kind of area, and they got all the springers and the handlebars and bits that they haven't built anything out of yet.
But that's the thing. Like when I was talking to somebody, yes, it's display, but they'll pull stuff
It's
out
also
of that
storage,
to
yeah.
build,
Storage,
build stuff.
Yeah, it's displayable storage for sure. Yeah, really cool. The upstairs catwalk area is loaded with cool stuff too. I think that's where that iron butt bike you were talking about is up there.
That's up there. You know, the stuff that was really neat to me, I think the neatest stuff to me, which we kind of talked about, was that Great Depression era stuff where they had like the tailors and I think there was some sort of like, I don't think it was a mixer. I think it was like a grain grinder or whatever that had a motor connected to it and stuff like that. But he also has bikes that when you talk about the rarity, you're talking they only made 20, 30 of these things. I mean, he's got a military trike, not a Servi car. It's a trike. And I don't know if you noticed the rear wheels on that thing and the rear axle is compatible to a Willys.
I did not.
Yeah,
There's a lot. I definitely got to go back.
They built it to be compatible to swap around if need to. But they also had more than one Harley Boxster motor from World War II that never even actually made full production. It was just kind of, we're going to do this type deal, and they made a bunch of them. I don't know how many of them, but it wasn't a production run thing.
Right. Yeah, lots of cool stuff in there, and it's as overwhelming as it is inspiring. And like I say, I definitely have to go back probably at least 2 or 3 more times to really appreciate and see all the little details. Because the first time you go, you know, you see all the flashy, shiny stuff, and you're looking around, and they're like, oh man, there's so much stuff in here. Motorcycles, not to mention the display cases of old riding gear and pins and patches and all the cool stuff that came with the older culture. Like, there's no way to see it all in one day, really. And even if you do, you're not going to retain all that stuff. So
there's things there that I think people walk past, and they don't even realize what they're walking past.
Yeah.
The trike that's out front with the tractor trailer trike or whatever you want to call it. So it typically will sit out front when you're walking in the front door. It'll sit to the left under the overhang, but it's a trike with like a quarter size tractor trailer attached to it.
I must have walked
and the
right
trike
past
is
it.
designed to look like a tractor trailer.
I must have walked right past it.
But
or maybe it wasn't there. I don't know.
It might not have been. It might be in the shop. It could be at his house. I mean, that's the thing. If he wants to ride something one day, he'll just take it out and go.
See ya. Yeah.
But it's painted up just like the Harley Davidson tractor trailers that come in here. Because that's the same paint scheme they've also been running since like the 80s on these tractor trailers. And that was the thing about it. This was done for like Sturgis in like the late 80s or early 90s or something. It graced the cover of all these different magazines and stuff like that. And they have it.
Very cool. Yeah, I got to go back for sure.
Yeah,
and
I
we're so
definitely wanna go
close.
back.
It's like no excuse. The other thing that's there that's cool that definitely could be overlooked because it's kind of tucked off in a corner is the little Schwinn Stingray display.
Yeah.
Really cool. I mean, obviously, I'm a Stingray fan.
Did you see the airplane hanging from the ceiling?
Yes. I kind
That's
of...
an Indian-powered airplane.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what the deal was with it. I remember reading it briefly. Do you remember, Heather, what the deal was with that airplane?
No, I just glanced.
I don't know if Indian built the airplane or if it was an airplane manufacturer and they got with Indian and Indian made all the motors for their airplane or something. But that's the whole thing about it.
It's American made.
It's an Indian-powered plane.
Yeah. Yeah, I did notice it up there. I didn't know that it was Indian.
They also
That's
had
really
some
cool.
of the, most people would go, oh yeah, it's like the little carts that the Shriners drive. But they're not Shriner cars. These were actual cars that people drove like in the 30s and 40s.
Oh, some of those old,
They're
big, giant
They're
cars.
not those. They had the little tiny ones that have like the like the little V twins in the front.
Oh yeah, the little mini cars. They
Yeah.
look like a 1930s Power Wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, some of the other cars too that they have in there are just huge in comparison to today's vehicles.
So did you read some of those things on those cars? So those are old family cars.
From Dale's family,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Like I think one of those cars, if I'm not mistaken, was it's either the car him and his wife went on their first date in, or the car that they left their wedding in, or something. Had some significance to their relationship.
That's cool, man. I wish I could just keep everything like that I ever owned.
Well,
I guess
that's
I
the thing.
could,
He
but-
might not
Technically
have
you
kept
could.
it. He might have went back and found it
Yeah,
True.
too. So, but there's so much like interesting, like wow.
for sure.
I love Barber. Don't get me wrong.
I'm actually trying to go there. I think Tristan invited me to go next month sometime. They're going to make a little trek down to Barber.
Yeah, I love Barber. I also love the Harley Museum. I've never been to it. I've seen a lot of photos, videos.
You should go, definitely.
So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, that's so neat.
Yeah.
Wheels Through Time is not that.
No.
Like, I don't consider it a museum.
It doesn't feel, yeah.
I mean, you go in and walk around like it's a museum.
Yeah. I mean, nothing is behind like chain or rope or glass, so to speak.
They don't have signs everywhere that says don't touch.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you literally can be looking at something and go, man, this is crazy. And they'll come up and go, you want me to start it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk in between bikes like you're on a showroom floor of a
I
motorcycle.
mean, yeah, they
dealership.
literally, there's areas where, like, maybe the bike was outside and they just put
Push
it
it
in the
in.
middle of the aisle.
Yep.
I got to ride in a sidecar.
Yeah,
when
she
I was
rode
there.
in a WL sidecar
Hell yeah.
on 2 wheels with Dale's son around the parking lot.
He goes, "You want to go for a ride?" I said, "Heck yeah."
Very cool. Yeah, sidecars, man. What an interesting contraption. Have you ever ridden a motorcycle with a sidecar on it?
Oh, yeah.
It's,
The one that we have here at Christmas.
oh yeah, the white 100th anniversary.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I go pick that up every year and bring it over here. So that's a friend of mine, which I need to get with him because he's going to let me borrow it for like a week.
Nice.
Just to ride her around, be able to talk about it on the podcast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
It's so much different
I
than a
put more
trike.
miles on that thing in the past couple of years than he had. He rode it up here the other day, and I think he said that was his first time riding it in like a year or something like that.
Well, he has his own collection.
Right. Yeah, he's got like 54 or 55 bikes.
Oh, yeah.
So when I went and got the sidecar at Christmas last year, I called him like a couple weeks before, and I was like, hey, I'm going to pick up the sidecar if you don't mind. He's like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, it good to go? He goes, I guess you were the last person to drive it. I go, Bobby, I drove it last year at Christmas. He goes, it's on a tender.
Well,
Nice. Oh, one day I'll own 55 motorcycles.
Oh, not all his are Harleys.
I'm not like
He's got a huge collection of Haunted Dreams.
I am no more. That's a very cool bike
You
too.
can go see his collection if you want a Dreams.
I'm no more just a Harley owner for sure.
He's got like his own little museum. You don't have to pay anything to get in. And since you're off through the week, you can go over there and see him.
Nice.
I'll tell you where it's at after the podcast is over.
All right.
But he's got bikes too, and it's like, holy cow. So, there's a famous picture, not like worldwide famous locally, a picture of Mama Pay on a panhead. Okay? Bobby owns that panhead.
Rad.
And he's got all these pictures of Mama Pay and Papa Pay standing next to it. He's got pictures of little Joe.
I was like, he needs to come down here and get a picture with Joe.
So he would have to dig that bike out to get the picture. But you know, what I need to do one day is take Joe over there.
oh yeah.
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 And we get some pictures of Joe with the bike.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And maybe do like a little video interview.
For sure. That would definitely be.
Do that.
It'd be cool to hear.
I do that for the dealership side.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you saw the Mother's Day picture that I posted.
I think I do.
Joe's got some cool story. I posted a picture of his mom on another bike. I think it was a 51 model maybe, with a sidecar. and it was this whole, Happy Mother's Day from the original mother of a Harley in Chattanooga and stuff like that. And Joe's like, first time I ever went on the Dragon, I was 7 years old. I was in the sidecar of that bike out there. It's like, what?
That's
Hell yeah, man.
also really cool. Yeah. Yeah, man. The motorcycling community is just, it's held together by stories like that. And
Yeah.
meeting people who just have their own motorcycle stories and just
So,
all that.
your story. You leave Wheels, or no. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Wheels Through Time.
left Wheels Through Time.
You stayed there in Maggie Valley, though?
No, I left there and I went to, oh man, the name of the forest is escaping me at the moment, but it was probably another hour and a half, 2 hours away. I rode, through the Smokies, found a place to camp that was off-road, no service, and just laid in my tent and read a book. Funny story, actually. My girlfriend's stepdad sent us a care package. Well, they sent us a care package, and in the care package is this book called Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. It's an older book. If you haven't read it, so far it's good. I'm only on chapter 5, but it's kind of funny that I got that probably 2 or 3 days before I left on the trip. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this book with me because I'm gonna be camping. Probably not gonna have service. Cool. So I throw it in my bag. And I start reading this book while I'm laying in the tent in the middle of the forest by myself. And it's basically about exactly what I'm doing. Taking the back roads and maintaining your vehicle. And it's a kind of a philosophical book. It was kind of a weird feeling to be reading a book about something that you're in the middle of doing. And you're like, okay, this is kind of reassuring that...
You should have filmed all of this. I should have gave you a GoPro.
There you go.
Just turn it on.
Turn it on.
And don't turn it off. It was cool. So I started reading this book in the tent, and I'm like, man, this is exactly what I'm doing right now. This is reaffirming that I made the right choice to go on this trip and all that. So that was cool too. And then packed up my stuff, beeline to Raleigh to meet my friend. We stayed in an Airbnb there because he had been riding dirt roads since the previous Saturday, so I think he had been on the road for about 3 days, needed a shower and so forth. So then from there, we initially had intended on going to Kitty Hawk, but time was of the essence, and
I think there's a small museum there.
in Kitty Hawk that
I think they have no. I think they have a flight thing.
Oh, I would imagine.
So I don't think it's big though.
Interesting.
I think it's like the Wright Brothers Museum or whatever is there.
I definitely want to go back there at some point, or go there, I should say, since we didn't go. But we doubled back and went back towards Charlotte to go off-roading somewhere else, and then my KLR started having a fit, so I came home so as to not get stranded in the middle of nowhere with a dead fuel pump. But made it home safe, had a wonderful experience, even including the mishap with the mechanical parts of my motorcycle that I have no control over, really.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, we see these customers come into our shop, they're like, "This is a brand new bike. It should..." And it's like, stuff breaks, man. All things considered, you're here. You're not stuck in the middle of the Saharan desert.
You're on a 23.
Yeah, it is a 23.
And for anybody that's like, "Oh, well, Harley has its problems," that was a Kawasaki.
Everything has its issues. Nothing is perfect. No machine is flawless. So I think it was also a good lesson in patience and remembering that, it was good to see from the other side of things, because typically I'm dealing with the people who are frustrated that their motorcycle is broken.
Yeah.
And I got to feel the frustration of having a broken motorcycle and going, man, what am I going to do? I can't believe this is happening. This thing's brand new, and then had to take a step back and remind myself that things break. It is what it is. I got home.
Yeah.
I didn't have to leave my bike in the middle of nowhere and get on a bus or anything wild. So all things considered, it was great. I can't wait to go again, go do something different.
So there's something I've been wanting to do. It's not quite like that. It's something I've been trying to get put together. This will be the first time I say it on the podcast. So if anybody listening is like, yes, do it. Whenever you do it, let me know. So we're fortunate enough to have some of the greatest riding roads in America right in our backyard.
Facts.
Okay. Blue Ridge Parkway. I've been on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I've never been on the entire length of the Blue Ridge Parkway. I think it's somewhere around like 800 miles or 700 miles or something. Starts in Georgia, ends, I think, in West Virginia or Virginia or something like that. I want to ride the Blue Ridge Parkway. Okay. But you being from out west will know what I'm talking about when I say the gambler. Correct? Have I lost you now?
You lost me.
So the gambler is an off-road car race.
Okay.
Where you only have so much money you can spend. And these people are out there. There's people out there with like 70s shaggin' wagon vans and all the kinds of stuff like that. So I want to put together something that would be the $1,000 Blue Ridge Challenge.
Yes.
You have $1,000. Your $1,000 does not have to cover. It does have to cover the cost of the bike and anything you do to the motorcycle. It does not have to cover your getting the bike legal or major safety concerns like you need brakes or tires.
So, in this concept, you have basically you could go on to Facebook Marketplace with $1,000 and whatever you can get that's ready to ride. Essentially,
Well,
that's
like
all
if you buy
get.
a bike that they're like, oh, it needs carb work or whatever.
You got to do it yourself, or pay, and that comes out of your
It
budget.
comes out. Anything you do like that comes out of it. If it needs tires or brakes, that doesn't have to come out of your budget. We want to be safe about it.
For sure.
Okay. If you buy something that's not street legal, and you're like, I know I can get it street legal in my state. Okay. Your cost of your blinkers and all that stuff, that doesn't have to come out of your budget because the bike has to be street legal.
Sure.
Okay. But there's another catch. There's two more things that have to come out of your $1,000.
Food and
All,
gas.
all expenses for the trip and your fuel.
So what if you already own a vehicle that is you have to buy something for the trip?
You have to do something.
Okay.
Get something for the trip.
Oh man,
This does sound like fun, though.
I feel like
I think it'd be so much fun. People are like, you're not going to get a bike for $1,000. I go, you're absolutely. I see them. $500, $600. You know, the seat tripped up. The thing is trash. Like this is the bikes that people go, I'm not giving $500 for this thing. But for this, you're going to go, here's $500.
so is the
Like there's going to be somebody that'll buy a scooter.
oh
And
yeah,
the throttle cable is broke.
and they're
And they either got a hand throttle or they install like a pedal to actuate the throttle.
So is the goal to make more so? I mean, obviously the goal is to complete or get as far as you can.
Yeah, when it
through
comes
the
down
trip.
to it, there's not going to be a winner or a loser. There kind of will be. We'll have certain things at the end of the trip. My plan is at the end of the trip to have like a party.
Cool.
And
Always got to have a end of trip party.
people can vote. We'll have different things, awards that people can win, and people will vote. The people that competed
Right.
or participated or whatever
Yeah.
get to vote. You know what I mean? Like just stuff like most unique. But I guess you would have an award for
Completion.
low budget.
Oh, so if you save money,
Who spent the least amount of money?
that's a tough one, man. I feel like it's really easy to burn through $1,000 in the motorcycle world,
Well, so here's the thing about
even
it.
on a beater.
Here's the thing about it. Realistically, most motorcycles, you could make the trip, fuel-wise, $100.
800 miles. Better get the Prius and motorcycles.
Say you're on a 200-mile bike. Say you're on my bike that does not get that good a gas mileage. I can still get 200 miles out of the tank.
True.
And it's $18.
Yeah, I guess yeah. Because I guess it's not necessarily a race as much as it is a completion challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely not a race. nice. I mean, I would hope that, people are going to help people if they see someone
broke down, like, see ya, loser.
Well, some of that would happen for sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
But like the other thing too is like, okay, you're talking about food. Food doesn't have to be expensive.
You can get a bag of beef jerky and some pretzels and stuff. And,
Right.
Yeah.
But you're also not going to make that trip in a single day too.
I bet not.
No.
Unless you're just a total crazy person.
So where are you sleeping at?
You could camp.
That's going to be your only option.
Yeah.
But there's going to be somebody that only spent like $350 and they'll be like, I'm staying at the Ritz-Carlton, buddy.
Find a bed and breakfast
So,
somewhere.
and I've got a couple people that have been like, dude, you're just throwing away $1,000. And I'm like, you're right, you are.
Yeah, but it's for a hobby that,
It's for an experience.
Yeah. It's an experience, a hobby. I mean, any hobby, you're throwing away
really
money.
have anything like that on the East Coast.
I think it could be doable.
I've got some
that
buddies.
budget's a bit light.
I've got some buddies that do this though, with a $500 budget on cars.
See though,
And they don't do the Blue Ridge Parkway. They literally do. It's just like Chattanooga to Nashville, and it's back roads only, and it's $500.
for the car, includes the cost of the car.
That includes the cost of the car.
I don't know. I feel like a $500 car is a little more reasonable than a $500.
That sounds more obtainable.
Motorcycle.
Really.
Oddly enough, because usually
We've already looked. We've already found. I've got a buddy of mine that as soon as in Murfreesboro, as soon as we started talking about this the first time, he immediately got on Craigslist in Murfreesboro and found like a Honda Nighthawk 250 for like $700 that runs and drives. The guy said it needs paint, tires, and the seats ripped.
Okay, paint and the seat don't need to do the trip.
Just ignore the paint and the seat. The
tires
tires don't come out of your budget.
Okay, so he's already saving money.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a worthy adversary.
You're not gonna be out there. No one's gonna be on a Harley.
You might find like a $900 Sportster that you could smash.
You're gonna be close if you bought it. I don't know. But that's the thing. The thing is $1,000. Okay, just to kind of keep it fair. There's gonna be people that spend $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. It's just gonna happen.
I'm sure, yeah.
But like you'll find, 1981 Goldwing Aspencade, $600. Like people are gonna find this stuff.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it's gonna be a lot of small displacement motorcycles
with rip seats.
with rip seats or Chinese scooters.
Ooh, or the Hawk Hawks.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So, and I thought about doing it where it has to be scooters.
Oh, that'd be
The only
hilarious.
problem is to do it and say, oh, you have $1,000 budget, it's scooters only. It's not that easy to find scooters. It's not like there's abundance of scooters.
Not out this way, at least.
So,
Yeah, you have to go to more of a metro area where scooters are a reasonable way to get around.
yeah.
Okay. I can kick around this idea. I like it.
I think it'd be fun.
It would
It
be
sounds
fun.
like fun.
And I think the distance is appropriate enough.
Well, and it's not like you necessarily have to make it the entire way. Just participate.
Yeah.
Just try, Some people are definitely not going to make it, be it because the bike breaks or they just lose interest or what have you. But I think the experience in itself is worth $1,000, really. I mean, you can't buy that kind of wisdom, that kind of stories and memories.
And I think there's so many people that they don't think about that.
Well, that's why people go on vacation, isn't it? Really, to escape the regular.
It's like doing this. It's like, yep, it's $1,000. Do you know the stories that you're going to have to tell the rest of your life?
Yeah. So one time I spent $500 on a motorcycle and tried to ride it 800 miles.
How is that not a
That's
story?
the beginning
That's
of
the
a very
beginning of a
great
great
story.
It's
story.
like if you ever watch the Common Tread, the guys that do those videos for Revzilla on YouTube. Okay. Granted, they're getting paid to do this. This is their job and all this other stuff. Those guys, they've recreated the Dumb and Dumber trip.
Yes.
They rode. One of them was on a CT90. The other one was on a new CT125.
CT90 is rad.
And they rode from I think it was Vancouver, but they went all the way to Prudhoe Bay.
It's a trek on a CT.
That's my point. But the memories that they just made
Oh, no doubt.
doing that. They did across Wyoming, dirt roads only. Literally, when I say dirt roads only, when they got to have to cross paved roads, they picked the bikes up so they couldn't
Lord.
touch the pavement. So they did dirt roads only across Wyoming on first generation dual sports. One of them was on a Yamaha, I think it's called a DN01. It's like a 200 two-stroke. And then the other one was on like a Honda, like the CL175, all the way across Wyoming.
That's wild. You should do a trek across Texas.
I don't think people think about the stories.
For sure.
Know, so like I'm moving. There's a lot of stuff we're throwing away. There's a lot of stuff that I look at and I don't want to get rid of because I have a great story that attaches to it. But I don't have to have that
To have the story.
To have that story.
True.
Yeah. It's the thing that inspires the memory of the story, I think, is why a lot of people don't like to get rid of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid they might forget the story entirely until that thing triggers the memory or something else relatable. And they go, oh, yeah, I did this thing one time.
Well, we were moving and I was going through all these boxes and I pull out a Honda t-shirt. It's got an autograph on it. I go, and I see it and I go, holy crap, I forgot about this. I show it to Heather and she's like, what is that? And I go, that's Brian Fuller's autograph on this Honda t-shirt. So I know you might not know who Brian Fuller is.
I don't. But I can see by the look on your face, it's somebody important to you. And that's what...
He's got 2 bikes in the Barber Museum that he built.
Oh.
So, did you ever watch... so there was a short-lived TV show, the Caffeine and Octane TV show, where they did basically the Cars and Coffee out of Atlanta.
I don't think I ever watched
So
it.
you'll have to look up Brian Fuller sometime.
Okay.
He's a hot rod / bike builder guy.
Okay.
And when you see a picture of him, you're going to kind of be like, oh, he looks a little bit like a pretty boy. But the dude is like skilled. Are you looking him up right now?
I'm just typing it in my search bar so that when I open the internet later, I go, oh, yeah, let's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's built. I don't think he ever competed in the biker build off, but he's done like some biker build off type stuff. So, but it's just that's a memory, you know. I mean, I go, oh yeah, I remember Brian Fuller signing this. Oh, how did I meet Brian Fuller? Because I was working at Honda. We were at Barber during the Vintage Festival, and just trickles into all these other stories that I have from that one event, from that one 3-day weekend.
It's a whole lot.
So, and I think that's one of the things I try and do here a little bit with the podcast is capture those stories.
Yeah. Yep. And then you can re-listen to them. I mean, you never know who you're going to reach and inspire. Somebody might go, man, I want to buy a $500 bike now and see how far I can ride it.
Dude, I mean, we have people. So, one of my listeners, Ben is probably what I would refer to as the OG loyal listener. I'm sure that I've had people listening a lot longer than Ben has, but Ben was like the first guy to ever send us a message. Hey, listen, love the podcast. Ben is like somewhere San Jose, Santa Clarita, something like that. Somewhere in that area. So Ben, his passion, because he's talked to us, like his passion for riding and fiddling with his motorcycles and stuff has grown because of listening to the podcast. So, like he went out, he was looking at a Ducati, a newer Ducati, but it's that one of the Ducati Classics.
Okay.
He's
It's kind of like a retro style modern bike.
And he's like messaging us. He's like, shut up. We're like, absolutely, dude.
Get the Desert X.
They're cool.
Yeah.
But on the last podcast, I made fun of.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen opinions both ways about that.
So, well, Tim Fowler.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Tim Fowler is?
Of course
right?
I do. I worked on his bike.
No, you don't work on. You work on his old motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't own it anymore.
True.
He's got a Desert X. I rode his Desert X. But in the last episode, I talked about going out riding because I rode the XR on the last dirt trip. On Sean's last
Sammy's?
dirt days. No. Me and Daniel have an XR 650L.
Oh. I'm thinking XR.
Oh, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking Harley
Yeah.
XR.
Imagine turning that to a
I was like,
scrambler.
man, that's a big bike to be ripping like out on
So,
dirt days.
but like we talked about, like Tim and like the Pan America and stuff like that. Because Tim misses his Pan America. He even sent me a message after it because I was like, Tim, you can send me a message. I know you're going to tell me I'm wrong. And he's like, nope, you're right. So
It's a cool bike. It's I don't know. I think people need to be a little more patient with it.
absolutely. I mean, when it comes to the Pan America, because I know when you first came here, all of a sudden you were inundated with Pan Americas, which you weren't before.
Right. Well, and the other thing was nobody else wanted to deal with them, and I was just like,
Right.
feed me.
As much as you were pissed off.
No, I really wasn't.
Listen, there was days where you were like, I
There's
don't want to deal with
frustrating
this
days.
stupid motorcycle.
There's frustrating
I have
days
to take
for
the
sure.
whole rear end off of it to change this head gasket.
For sure. Yeah, there's definitely days, especially early on when you learn about something new, where it's very daunting, and there's frustrating
I think
days.
the reason we see a lot of these problems is because people are bringing them to us.
To fix the
They're
problem.
not taking them to other places. We've
Right.
made ourselves known enough that they're coming to us for their issues.
Yeah.
Because Sean, he's had some preventative maintenance stuff done. And might not have ever had the problem, but like he had the charging system thing
Yep, just like everyone else.
done. So, but Sean's is at 21 and has not had the issues.
True. He is also here pretty much every day with his, where he's got the resources at his fingertips. And the other part of that, too, is nobody really brings their car, motorcycle, whatever, to the dealership and go, man, this thing's running great. Come check it out.
Yeah.
They bring him like, this piece of junk. Bah.
No, and Sean will go on a big ride and he'll come back and he'll say, hey, Ryan, will you look it over?
Yeah.
Just make sure everything's good.
Yeah, or I say, I got some engine codes I don't know what they were. They went away, whatever. Will you just
Yeah.
look at it, see what happened?
And that's fine. But think about it. Sean has not had to do any major repairs on a 21 that gets rode on a regular basis.
True. And off-road.
Yeah, probably a quarter, somewhere between a quarter to a third of the miles that are on his bike have been in the dirt. He's not afraid to go hit the dirt. So,
Well, we had some customers, actually had a really good experience with a couple of gentlemen from Canada. I don't remember where at specifically, but nevertheless, far from here, who rode their vacation. The two of them had Pan Americas, and they rode here, and then they were going to the coast somewhere, and then riding back up to Canada. And they had no issues to speak of, other than the one guy had he needed a new chain because along the way, whoever had changed his tires didn't
adjust the
chain properly, and they were off-roading, and he admitted that he was riding somewhat abusively, so when you ride your bike hard, you have to accept that comes with damaged components. I mean, everything breaks down, and the harder you abuse it and use it, the faster it breaks down. So I mean, there was that, but in that I got to show him how to maintain his own chain and check it, when he gets a tire change and takes the bike outside, he can immediately walk over and go, yeah, bud, fix that, or, oh, okay, cool, let's go. And they were so grateful, him and his friend, they were so grateful. They ended up buying some stuff from us, bought some gear, some brush guards and things. So all around was a great experience. But yeah, they were just got on the road on their Pan Americas and came down.
Yeah.
And didn't have any issues really. So I mean, I think it is a reliable platform.
And you know what those guys from Canada have? A story to tell them.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do, for sure. That is very true.
So I think that's the upside about the biggest upside about that Pan American is it creates those stories.
Yeah.
It introduces people definitely from different walks of life. Because do we have people from different walks of life that come in here and ride Harley Davidsons? Yeah, 100%. We've got the guy with a super clean CVO that wears a suit and tie Monday through Friday that rolls in here and parks next to the greasy biker that travels the country. We have it. But a lot of these people, if it wasn't for the Pan America and doing the ADV stuff and going off road, a lot of these guys wouldn't know each other.
For sure. I think that the ADV thing, especially, Sean likes to say it all the time, and because it's true, is the fastest growing segment of motorcycling. And I think personally, I think the main reason for that is the fact that you do end up in places where your phone doesn't work. You have no resources, really, except for the people that are with you and whatever you brought. And that kind of takes back to the old style of, the chopper guys that would get on their bikes and ride across middle of nowhere United States, where there was the same thing. There was no cell phones. You would find stretches of roads where there was no gas and you have to push your bike to the next gas station.
How many people have you met since you bought your KLR that have gone, oh, I had a dirt bike as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
But you never would have known it.
Right. They see you at the gas station and go, oh, man, I used to have a dirt bike.
Yeah.
Yep. And that happens with Harleys too, but most of my bikes is usually like, oh, that's a really cool bike. And I say thank you. And you're like, oh, yeah, I had a motorcycle when I was young, or I really want to get another motorcycle. Yeah. But yeah, same kind of thing. It inspires a conversation.
You're on the Donna and you meet the gas station on the Ultra and stuff like that. Talk about bikes for a minute and stuff like that. And they might be like, oh, I went from a Sportster to a Softail. I looked at a Dyna or something like that. But when you're on the KLR, they're like, oh, man, I used to race dirt bikes for 7 years. We used to race out at Calhoun Motorsports or something like that.
Yep.
It's like, I didn't know that about you.
Right.
There's a lot of customers that I didn't know that they were dirt bike people when they were younger. They come in here and they look at the Pan America and they're like, it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. The other thing that's cool about that, and I guess any other ADV bike, is it's like a merging of two types of riding. You can take it on the road and you can load up your bags and ride from here to California or to New York City or wherever.
And I think it's kick-ass on-road.
Yeah, it is. Got all the balls for sure. And then you can see a dirt road and go, oh, man, I'm going to take this for a little ways and see where I find myself.
Yeah.
Whereas you can't necessarily do that on an Ultra unless you're a real badass rider or you go very slow.
Yeah. So, well, Ron, thank you for doing this with me.
My pleasure.
I know you got to go turn some wrenches.
Yeah.
It's a little after 10.
That's all right. I'll just get written up. It's okay.
I'll talk to your manager. At least she knows where you're at.
That's true.
No, I was just joking. We have a running joke right now about that.
It's okay. T doesn't listen to this podcast either.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson's social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.